Alright guys, welcome back to Fox Military Corner. Today I've got an overview on something a little bit interesting for you guys that you might find interesting. This is a reconstruction slash reproduction slash original of the MBU-1-80 Pustelga prototype of the Russian Pmk-3. Pustelga meaning kestrel in Russian, like the bird. This mask was developed sometime along 1993 in order to, as a part of a project to attempt to phase out the Pmk-2 gas mask that was currently in service with the Russian Armed Forces, with the Pmk-3 gas mask, which would come later. This was a part of a long line of masks which would eventually lead up to the development and finalization of the Pmk-3 gas mask. There are many prototypes for the Pmk-3, just like there are many for the Pmk and the Pmk-2 and even the Pmk-4. But this one is interesting, as it comes from an individual who I spoke to on VK named Andre, I believe, who worked at the factory, at the laboratory in Moscow where the prototype gas masks in Russia were made. He was an ex-employee there. This mask was a gift from a friend of mine. I don't know if I should say their name in the video or if they would want that, but it was a part of the trade for the M45, which I believe my last video was on. This mask is partial reconstruction, partially original. And in terms of Gas Mask Laboratory, that's what he goes by, or what he went by on VK when he was still running his business. In terms of Gas Mask Laboratory productions, as far as I know, this is the only production he did where it involves original and reconstructed pieces from his laboratory. So we're going to take a closer look at that in this video. So as I said, this mask was developed sometime around 1993 in the project to replace the Pmk-2 gas mask with the Pmk-3 gas mask. As you can see, this is a bit of an odd design for a Pmk. It resembles a Pmk, but it's got a few features which aren't very standard. First and foremost, I'm going to go over the parts on the mask which are original and were found in the abandoned gas mask laboratory in Moscow before we go any further in the video. And that would be the rings around the lenses are all original. The voice diaphragm is all original. The plug for the other side of the mask, where you could mount the other side of the filter, is original. The inlet piece for the 40mm Gauss filter is original, as well as the rubber valve on the inside, as far as I can tell. The outlet valve assembly is original and has the green plastic piece rather than the black plastic piece, which would later be common with these masks. And the drinking tube plug is original as well. So let's go into some comparisons of this mask to the only other Pmk that I have currently, the Pmk-2. Alright, so here's a Pmk-2. I have a few of these. This one's quite dusty. It's been sitting on my shelf a little bit. But as you can see, the Pmk-2 had these very, very, very triangular lenses, which would also be reminiscent of that which was on the Pmk-1, which were not painted. They were just this almost zinc-colored metal. Not exactly sure what they were made of. This one's got a bayonet-type filter with the filter sock over it, and has the black band around the outlet assembly rather than the earlier green band around the outlet valve assembly. So there you go, Pmk-2 compared to the prototype MBU-180 Pustelga. Now, I don't have any features for this MBU-180 Pustelga prototype because, well, they weren't included since this mask is quite literally a Frankenstein project of a gas mask that was found inside of an abandoned military laboratory in Russia. But the original filter this mask would have been displayed with was, I believe, a slimmer, silver-colored, zinc-colored, thinner, I think, bayonet-type filter, or it may have had also a 40mm Gauss variant as well that would have been displayed with this mask while it was in development. Getting into the markings on the side of the mask, you can see that this mask is a size 1, factory marking stamp number 76, and the year, which you're probably going to have a little bit hard time seeing, would be 1993. Going around the back to the head harness, which I'm unsure if is original or if it was just taken from another PMK, you have factory stamp marking 75 with a year date stamp of 1993 once again. Now that we've gone over some of the external features of this mask, I'm going to cut the video and go over some of the internal features of this mask, or the lack thereof. So I'll catch you there. Alright, now going inside the mask, we can see that it's pretty typical of most Russian PMK developments up until the, I believe, finalized Pmk-3 and definitely the Pmk-4, where you have your interface seal here, which in my opinion is one of the worst features of the earlier PMK masks. Going inside, you can see the inlet valve in green down there, or sorry, the outlet valve in green down there, the inlet valve over here, which is not in the greatest of condition, the voice diaphragm, and the plug where the original drinking tube would have been, but it is not there for obvious reasons. And then on this side, the plug where your secondary inlet valve could be, but is obviously plugged. Side note, you'll notice a lot of the accessories on this mask when compared to a Pmk-2 are painted metal. Whereas compared to the Pmk-2, they would have been black plastic, which you can see here on my Pmk-2 is in fact black plastic. Now, while apologizing for the mess of white styrofoam from the head being all over my display right now, and the mess of a backdrop that I currently have, my final footnotes regarding this mask are that I couldn't really give you any information on it, given that it is not very widely documented in English. I'm going to do a little bit more research on this prototype, and if I can formulate some sort of a longer description of this mask, I will do so and report it in English with a follow-up video or potentially a remake of this video. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot that I can say about this mask. It's cool to have, for sure. I will not be wearing this mask in this video as it is very fragile. It is made of parts of a prototype gas mask, and I think it looks good enough on the head. Wouldn't you agree? But other than that, that's pretty much all I'm going to say in this video. We're already going on 10 minutes here. I've got 2 other videos up currently of military equipment that you can go check out with the Russian 6B71M ballistic helmet and the United States M45 gas mask, if you would like that. If you enjoyed this video, if you found it informative, or if you find any of this informative and would like to see more out of me in the future, go ahead and, if you will, give this video a thumbs up and potentially give my channel a subscription. It helps a lot. It shows me that people are enjoying the content, and it shows me, and also leave a comment down below what I could do better for these videos to potentially make them more informative or more enjoyable to watch. But with that being said, I'm going to cut the video here. Leave a like, give a subscription if you enjoyed it up until this point. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you later. Peace.